Hey guys, it is Deborah, and welcome to our fifth and final stretch routine in the Freedom and Mobility Movement Series. Can you believe January 2022 is already over? Kind of crazy. But more so, over the course of the last month, you have really been disciplined and diligent about improving upon your mobility and your flexibility with these stretch routines, and I couldn't be prouder of you. So thank you so much for choosing to do it with Aline Postures with me here. And if you haven't already yet, do subscribe to Aline Postures. Now, today's stretch routine is all about the knees, the ankles, and the feet. You know the drill. We have 10 moves. Each of the moves we're going to be doing for a minute and a half. The first 45 seconds is dedicated to dynamically moving through your end ranges, really getting at your body's mobility. And then the second 45 seconds is dedicated to statically holding at your end range. You're going to be elongating your muscles and improving upon your flexibility, okay? The entirety of today's workout's done on our mat. I am propped up on a towel because I want to sit on the front of my sit bones, not the back of my sit bones. So come on down to a comfortable position. We're going to start in this posture here. What we're going to do is just externally rotate at our knee. So we'll come onto the heel of our ankle and we are just pivoting at the knee. We're not pivoting from the ankle, we're pivoting from our knee, working external rotation. All right, ready? Let's go and begin. Okay, so pivot at your knee, find your end range, hold for a split second, and then come back to neutral. Good. The knee is one of those joints that we tend to only think about in terms of flexion and extension. However, it is capable of internally and externally rotating, not to the same degree as maybe the hips, but it is a movement pattern that we want to train to have better mind-body connection in, because you never know when you're out for a hike or a run or just doing normal everyday activities and you might stumble upon something and your knee has to be aware. Hold now at your end range. So this is our static holds. Exhale and soften into this hold. Yes. Now we'll train the brain to be familiar with this end range, so if we are encountering it at some point accidentally, the body it knows what to do, right? Good. If you need support in the stretch, you can kind of hold it like this. I don't want you to be pulling though. That's a different type of strength training that we're not focusing on in today's routine. So just either support, allow yourself to just on its own hold at your end range. I can go a little bit deeper as your body loosens up. Come back to neutral. We're going to go the other way and work internal rotation. So rotating at the knee. I don't have as grandiose I don't have as big a range of motion in my internal rotation. That's absolutely fine. You may or may not be similar to me. Work what your body is capable of doing. This is again for you to find your freedom. Yes. You look so good. Rotate in. Back to neutral. Beautiful. Hold. Hold. Breathe in. Breathe out. Rotating internally. You can even help yourself find a comfortable posture as you settle into this stretch. Breathe in. Again, it's the knee that we're rotating at. So you might, as you loosen on up, exhaling into that and find that softening, you'll get more release. And you might even be able to go a little bit deeper. Other side. Externally rotating at that knee. Good work. Out, in, out, in. Good. My external rotation feels really good. So the key is also to not move to a place that you're feeling any pinching or pain. I don't want any of that. We're working within a range that challenges us but doesn't hurt us. Out, in, hold now in that end range. If you need to come into that support for the hold, that's absolutely fine. Exhale and soften. Breathe in. More room for growth. More room to move deeper into your external rotation. And exhale to soften. You feel a difference on this side as opposed to the other side? For any of these moves, definitely let me know in the comments, because I feel my left side is a little bit different. Internally rotating now. That would make sense because the hips and the ankles do impact your knee. And if you have hip injuries, like I do, or injuries maybe in your ankle, you will notice that, which is all the more reason why these exercises and drills become an exercise of awareness, because that awareness then turns into skillful action, and that skillful action is then applied to the activities you choose to do, knowing what's best for your body. And that helps you hold now. Not only honor the integrity of any limitations that you do have, but then set yourself up for improving upon those limitations, growing stronger, growing more confident, and being proud of yourself for doing so, and then eventually even to improved and new range of motions. Good. Hold. You got it. Breathe in. Breathe out. We're going to extend our legs next, so be prepared for that. I'm going to turn to the side of my mat here for the next move. Soften as you exhale. All right, let's come into our knee presses. So take your knee, press it into the mat here, okay? Press. Working extension. So we just went from external rotation to internal rotation. Now we're working knee extension. Your foot is flexed. Press as if you're pressing the back of your knee into a towel, a foam roller. In this case, we're pressing it into that ground, into our mat. Go ahead, press, hold for a split second, and then release. Good. Press. Lift. Press. Lift. Now hold in that press position, okay? Continue to send the energy on out through your heel, but draw that inner arch all the way to your belly button. Good. Chest is lifted. Yes. Toes come towards you as well. Yes. Keep that energy by pressing that knee. We're working that external, external, that extension of the knee, helping the body get familiar with this range here, this end range. So we don't have to be afraid of it anymore. It will know that we have the capacity to hold this. Good. Let's go to the other side, pressing the knee down. Release. Press. Release. Press. Good. If you have done any of my other knee videos, I've done several to be able to help you continue to rehabilitate. So if you have knee specific conditions or limitations, then definitely check out those videos. Good. Press. Ooh. That last little bit at your end range holds really gets those muscles activated. You can really get almost into that connective tissue where it's heading towards the tendons and ligaments that connect to the bone. Inner arch towards you. Yes, flex that feet. Extend the energy out through your heel. Get at the entirety of the back leg. Come on now. Use this time to make it happen for yourself. Exhale, soften. You're going to extend both feet, both legs in the next move. Breathe in. And out. All right, this time we're going to draw our toes in and then back to neutral. In, back to neutral. Yeah, so as we work a little bit of our ankles now, because I told you this was a knee, ankle, and toe routine. So let's take care of those ankles, because you know what? They are the first to wobble and wane. And when we trip, when we fall, when we stumble, really hold for that split second at that end range. Good. All right, let's hold with your toes towards you. So the big toes coming in, we're curved around, yes. So you're gonna feel a release on the side of the tibia. Draw that arch towards your midline, yes. Soften, exhale. Again, using your towel to prop you up so that you're on the front of your sit bones. Find that comfort. Oh, my muscles are releasing. Has that happened for you yet? Because it feels really cool. We're gonna go the other way now. So now we're gonna go big toes out, neutral, big toes out. Yes. My plant is tickling my arm behind me. That's really funny. They've grown so big. Guys, I've outgrown this spot here. Let's hope by the end of 2022 that there is another location I am able to move into. It has been on my list for 2022. It's my big goal for this year. Outside of, committing to my splits and my back bends, which is something I personally am working on. Let's hold in this outward position so toes are out. Pinky toes are now coming towards us. You'll feel that. Yes, all up along your legs. Toes are out. Pinky toes coming in. Yeah, you might feel that in your inner thighs a little bit. While your big toe getting pushed out, you might feel that more in your outer thighs. Yeah, so I am diligently looking to get into a bigger spot, which means we're going to be doing so much more, and I'm really excited about it because I have so many good things I want to grow into with you, and I'm looking forward to that. Let's come on up to a kneeling position. So we're going to do our kneeling squat rock. So we're going to come down and up. So a little bit more back to the knees now, but because our toes are tucked under, it's getting pointing for our feet. Yes. Come on, this is strength work for the quads, but you gotta do it. How else can we work flexion of our knees without engaging our quads? So it is a component that is required in order to have healthy knee mobility. We're going to come down into our hold. So if you can come down into a deep quad stretch, this is going to be where you're heading. If you aren't able to go so deep, just prop yourself on a yoga block, whether you're here or you're here and you want to put some support under yourself, that's absolutely fine. But come down to a stretch that feels good for you. Extend the energy out through your top part of your knee while you simultaneously try to draw the quad back to your hips. Stretch. Heels are outside your hips. Come on. One last move after this. All right, now we're gonna tuck our toes under. We're gonna rock back and forth, waking those toes up. Our final move, we're going to statically hold with our toes tucked under. So let's wake them up to get them a little looser and prepared, because a toe squat like we're doing now and holding it in a static position can be pretty tough. I guess if you have super duper dexterity in your toes, one, I would completely envy you for that, but two, I don't have that, and I really want to work on that. All right, find and settle into your toe squat here. Toes are tucked under. Try to press that all 5 of your toes into the ground. All right, so press into that big toe as well as your pinky toe. Yes. Abs engaged in, chest is lifted. Heels are outside of your hips as you press down into all toes. Good. Soften. Good work, guys. Come on. Just a little bit longer. Breathing in. Exhaling. All right, one last breath in. And let's come all the way on out. Let's just tap those toes for a second. Woo! How do you feel? Are you feeling good? I know I am. I think that was really, really good for the knees, the ankles, and the toes, which are honestly neglected areas of the body unless we really are injured or not feeling good. And I don't want you to forget that they are so important to overall health of all the joints in the body. So let's not forget them. You did so good. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and check out the entirety of the series if you haven't done it and you're just joining me on this video, because we do a lot of different mobility and flexibility movements throughout the course of this entire Freedom and Mobility series. So I am so super proud of you. Again, thank you for joining me. And yeah, let's go ahead and head out to the rest of 2022 with some more great mobility, flexibility, balance, strength, and proprioception work. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.